You've got the questions, I've got the answers. Well, hopefully. It's a Q&A episode. Stick around and see what the viewers of my content and social media and everywhere I'm at, what do they want to know about wrestling cards? What's up, wrestling fans, trading card collectors? I'm Zhan, and this is Wrestling with Cards. Welcome to another episode. Today I'm answering questions from comments on my YouTube channel, as well as information that I've received on social media, whether it's a tweet I saw, a DM that one of you guys sent in to me. I'm here to just talk about some of these questions. If you have a question you would like submitted for a future episode of the Q&A, check out all the links below in the show notes to all of my social media platforms, or you can just leave a question into this one and I can get it from there. David's back with another question. I was very lucky with Transcendent breaks this year and landed the Hogan and Vince. Wow, that's amazing. But it appears the release was a flop. What's your thoughts on why there's hardly any that have value in the set compared to the cost of the box or a $300 spot for a spot in a break? Again, check out David Boostified on Instagram. I think this argument could be made for literally any Topps product right now. But Transcendent by far is the worst when it comes to return on investment. Even if you got the best possible cards in this box, chances are you're not getting multiples in one box. But for a ballpark around $13K for a box, oof. That being said, I do love this set. I still like Chrome and Finest, believe it or not, as far as the cards go over these. But there are such cool autographs, and with all of these being numbered, it's an awesome set. I've said it before, but you really can't go wrong with low-numbered, limited, serial number autograph cards. There are tons of great cards, no matter who you're collecting or what you're collecting. You like Kofi Kingston, you like some of these lower-named, I'll call them mid-card talents. Some of them are in there, and some of them are very cheap. So if you're interested in Transcendent cards, what I would advise you to do is go onto the secondary market and just pick up some singles for whatever you think is worth paying. I would not buy these boxes. Hey Zhan, love your content on YouTube. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for the support. Keep making cool and interesting stuff. Oh, once again, thank you. Wanted to put you on to a card that has some major potential in my opinion. It's the ringside rookie of Cody Rhodes from the 07 Heritage. Only issued one per Walmart blaster and a 1 in 4 chance of getting it. Cool card, says rookie, which is also cool. I feel that it is rare, certainly more rare than the base issue. Maybe you could give a minute or two on a future video. Anyhow, take care and good luck hunting. Thanks, Jeff. Jeff Talladay, I think that's pronounced right, on Facebook is where I got this information. So Cody Rhodes. I've always been a huge Cody Rhodes fan, and Jeff hit the nail on the head with this card. This is a rookie exclusive card, which you don't see pop up very often. But when it does pop up, it goes for a lot more than just the base Heritage Cody Rhodes rookie card. I actually had this card graded by SGC. I still have it. Haven't sold it yet. It's one of those ones that I feel like could gain in value, but even if it doesn't, I just love the card. I think it's cool. Having one of the first Cody Rhodes cards, it's a really good shot of him like doing a flying drop kick. If you'd like to see that card, if you can't find a good image of it, you can go back and check out my SGC reveal, the very first one that I did, and you'll see it in there. I'm a big fan of this card, but actually this card leads me into another related discussion. Hi Zhan, I recently checked out your video about wrestling rookie cards, and it has made me understand better about rookie cards. Thank you for that, I'm glad it helped. I have a Liv Morgan rookie card, which is autograph numbered 4 out of 75. Do you know if this card has more value than her regular rookie card? Thank you. And that question came from Eduardo Benitez Jr. on Instagram. Make sure you check him out. For the most part, the more rare, the more scarce, generally the more harder it is for a specific card to be found, the more valuable it will be and the safer it is to hold that long term, as it should just gradually increase over time. The easiest comparison I can give right now is actually in sports cards with the whole explosion we saw in base Prism rookie cards. For the longest time, people were just clamoring and raving and going after the base Prism rookie card, or in some cases, if you want to compare like old sports from the 80s and 90s, the first card, the rookie card, that's the one that everyone chased after. And while that is true with some cards, we have seen a major downturn in the base rookie card craze, and this is across mainly all sports. I should also specify the more modern sports and modern non-sport trading cards. If you have vintage stuff, you know they didn't produce cards then like they do now, so if you have that base rookie card from say like the mid-2000s backwards, probably a good one. Meanwhile, during the same time frame of these base cards going down, for the most part, numbered serial parallel stuff has either stayed the same, if not slightly increased a little bit in value. So to kind of tie this information in with the question I just received and then back to the Cody Rhodes rookie question that we were talking about, I think that the base rookie cards are just a really good thing for anybody to own, especially if you're just getting into the hobby. It's easier to understand and it's generally cheaper. But in my opinion, for the long term, limited, scarce, rare stuff always wins out. Again, with the exception being possibly vintage, which I spoke on a minute ago. Second part of Eduardo's question, do you have any favorite modern wrestler? There's so many awesome modern wrestlers out there, especially with the huge influx of the awesome women's talent. And no, I'm not trying to be pervy. Some of the women are actually better wrestlers than the men. They're more hard-hitting. They ain't afraid to bleed everywhere. Shout out Britt Baker. I did a video recently on prospecting in modern wrestling cards, modern wrestling rookie cards specifically. You can go check that one out there if you haven't already. As many of you know, especially if you follow me on social media, I recently started collecting Karrion Kross cards. I've become a super collector. Started out with just a prospecting mindset, and then the more cards of his I got, and the more I watched him on NXT, the more I liked him. So I was like, hey, I'm already like a super collector of Rodman and Shaq and Machamp from Pokemon. Hoarding those Buffalo Bills cards. We're adding Karrion Kross to that collection. I followed Karrion Kross's career since AAA and Impact and the Indies before that. But for some reason, he just keeps my attention for NXT. And even though he's made a couple appearances on Raw, he may even be on Raw by the time you see this video. We know how crazy the WWE roster signings get. But he's a guy that's just super intense to me. And I think that's something that wrestling is kind of missing, the more serious aspect. I've talked about that before. So his intensity and seriousness and just his style, I've really gravitated to. So Karrion Kross is one of my favorites. But there's a lot more out there. I'm a huge fan of Charlotte Flair. Who doesn't like Becky Lynch? Toni Storm's a good one. Shotzi Blackheart's a good one. Great talents, great characters, great on the mic. But I'm also a huge fan of some of the GCW wrestlers. Specifically, Shlak and G-Raver. But like I said, there's so much great talent now in modern wrestling, be it WWE, NXT, GCW, the Indies, AEW, you name it, they're out there, you just gotta find them. Thanks again to everybody who submitted questions for me to answer. Much appreciated. Thank you for continuing to support all of my content. If you have a question, make sure to reach out to me on social media, or easier than that, you can just leave a comment in this video and I can save that for a future Q&A episode. Please subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and share it with a friend. That's one of the best ways that we can help build this channel and the subscribers and the views and just build this whole community. I set out to basically build a wrestling card community from the ground up. At the time I started this channel, there wasn't a lot of wrestling card content out there, so we're going to keep this going full steam ahead if that's what you guys want. Like I said, show your support. And there's also other ways to show your support from Patreon and other ways you can find me on social platforms, Spotify, etc. Check the links in the show notes below once again. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video brought you some value. If it did, make sure to check out the videos on the screen, and we'll catch you next time.